Hey everybody, Cougar here, back with more adventures in the amazing underwater survival game Subnautica. The sun is about to come up, but a couple of things for us to do down in the life pod before we start our day's activities. Let's head down there. We've got a new message waiting for us. Let's see what they have to say.
Aurora, we're approaching the planet now. We have a landing site for you that's, well, it's better than the alternatives. We've sent you the coordinates. It'll take us a couple of days to align our orbit. We should be able to establish direct contact with you during that time. Then we're coming in to get you. Cross your fingers, the weather holds. And don't leave us waiting. Sunbeam out.
Great, so the Sunbeam is about to arrive. It will arrive in 40 minutes, and it has given us an indicator marking its eventual landing site. So we can start heading out there. We've got time still. I mean, we don't have to head there right now. Let's see what we can get accomplished before we get out there. There was one other thing we wanted to do down in the life pod. If you see, one of the tools that you can build is called it used to be called the dive reel. Now it's called the Pathfinder tool. I've never actually tried it since they changed the way it works. In early access, it was called the dive reel, and it didn't really work that well. So I thought we'd give this one, the new one, a shot. We need 5 times creepvine samples and a piece of titanium to build it. Let's go ahead and build it. And this allows you to kind of mark where you've been, leave a trail of breadcrumbs behind you as you proceed. Let's just try it out right now. Pull up my inventory, assign that to one of my slots. Okay. And I see it ejects a little marker beacon. Let you know where you've been. Interesting, interesting. F to clear those nodes. All right, so we can try that out in an appropriate setting, such as exploring a wreck, which was actually going to be one of the things that we did today before we got that message from the Sunbeam. Now we have to kind of pace our activities around that, but I did want to head back to some of the wrecks that we have encountered thus far, but not really fully explored because we weren't completely equipped for it. Now that we're a little better equipped with the Seamoth and an ultra-high capacity air tank and the rebreather helmet, and now we have the Pathfinder tool, now it makes a little bit more sense for us to actually start really exploring any wrecks we come across. So let us head in the general direction of the Sunbeam landing site, but what we're going to be looking for as we head out there is that wreck that we encountered on the way back from the mountain island on day 1 or 2. Here is life pod 6, which we just stumbled across. Now, if we go back to our databank entries, our data downloads should have given us a marker for this. Well, LifePod 6 transmission origin, it gave us clues where to find this. And it said that the transmission origin was approximately 400 west-northwest of LifePod 4. Well, we haven't actually found LifePod 4 yet, but now we've just stumbled across LifePod 6. So let's have a look. There's a data box with the blueprint for Ultra Glide fins, faster than our regular fins. We will craft those as soon as we can. Here's an abandoned PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
Ma'am, I need you to stay calm. We're not in immediate danger.
Where are the rescue teams?
The Aurora didn't make it.
So, where are the rescue teams?
They're dead, ma'am. We have rendezvous coordinates, but the routes are radiated.
So, what are you going to do?
I'm head of human resources, ma'am. This is not my expertise. But the PDA says if we can find some lead, we can make radiation suits.
Out there! I am not setting foot outside this life pod without the proper protection.
Don't worry. I'll go.
Well, she went all right. She went right out and probably got eaten by something big and nasty. Let's check out this other PDA.
Integrating new PDA data.
That's her exiting the life pod, I believe.
What are you doing?
You were gone so long. I thought you'd drowned.
Put the flare down.
I was going to try and attract someone's attention.
That's not a distress flare. Stop waving it around like that. You'll catch the fuel line.
Oh, well, we know what happened to that life pod. I guess the human resources person was not that well equipped for survival and rescue the way we are. So here's one of the wrecks that we encountered fairly early on in the game, I think on day 2 or 3. We're seeing it now in the daylight. And this is definitely something that we are now in a position to explore. So let's do that. Actually, let's get the Seamoth a little bit closer to the entrance that we're going to use here. We could be using our Pathfinder tool, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be that hard to... Mobile Vehicle Bay Fragment. We already have this. Let's just scan it to get it out of the way. Doesn't seem like it's going to be that hard to get around here. Picture frame we can scan.
New blueprint acquired.
We already have the light stick fragment. Propulsion cannon fragment, we already have the propulsion cannon. Another mobile vehicle bay fragment we don't need. Some more stuff for us to scan, a plant shelf.
New blueprint acquired.
We already have the benches, we already have the plant pots. Another propulsion cannon fragment, natural selection poster. Might as well pick that up, I don't think we have one yet. That door is blocked. We can use the laser cutter to get through there, but I think we should grab more oxygen before we start that process. Let's bring the Seamoth over here. Put it at that entrance. Makes a little more sense. Watch your eyes, this is going to be bright. Oh, that's the repair tool. This is the laser cutter. It's going to be bright. There's a data box over there. Laser cutter fragment. We already have the laser cutter, obviously. That was for the lightweight high capacity tank, which we already have. So it gave us 2 pieces of titanium instead. That's fine. Mod Station Fragment. We still need these. Ah! That was the last one we needed.
New blueprint acquired.
We can now build the Modification Station, which we need to build upgrades to our equipment. Sorry for how bright that was. Like the Ultra Glide fins that we just found the data box blueprint for. More stuff down in here, but I'm a little worried about running out of oxygen, so let me dart back up, grab some oxygen, and we'll come back. It's not hard finding our way around in here, I say as I get lost.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you. Alright, what else we got? Another laser cutter frag. Supply crate with some water in it. Sure, why not? Another supply crate with more water in it. Sure, why not? Propulsion cannon fragment. We don't need that. We already have the propulsion cannon. That's a mod station fragment. We don't need that now that we've got the mod station. Blueprint. Another mobile vehicle bay fragment we don't need. And a data box. Build. This is vehicle up. Ooh, shoot. Just took a zap. Vehicle upgrade console that we can build in the moon pool once we have the moon pool, which we don't have the blueprint for. So obviously we haven't built it yet. I think that's it in this room. I don't see anything else. Yeah, I looked in there already. Alright. That feels like about it. Nothing up below us. Nothing above us. Alright, I think that's it. Let's call this wreck explored. And in fact, this is not the wreck that we encountered on, I think it was day 2 or 3. We went out to the, ooh, there's a sparkly, hello, Mr. Sand Shark. Can you go back to the sand? There was a sparkly peeper swimming around there. Alright, that is not the wreck that I was talking about, the one that we encountered that first night as we were coming back from the mountain island. You know what, let me just swim around the exterior here. That's a Seamoth Fragment or something. Yep, Seamoth Fragment we don't need, obviously, if we're driving around in a Seamoth. Just metal salvage. Ooh, this is ugly. Bioreactor we don't need. Just keep moving and these guys won't be able to hit you. Another Seamoth Fragment. If you're looking for Seamoth Fragments, I got a good place for you to start looking. Something in this box here. Laser cutter fragment we don't need. Down to 27 minutes on the countdown to the Sunbeam arrival. Not seeing anything else of value out here. Getting a little low on food and water. But I know where we can get both out on the mountain island. In the meantime, we can have a little snack here. Cut a few pieces of creepvine, eat them up. That's just a little snack to take the edge off. Seamoth is down to 79% health. We're out at the... Are we out at the mountain island already? Yeah, we are. We didn't even mean to be out this far, this soon. We still got a lot of time before the Sunbeam arrives. So... let's turn around. We're not really here to do any major gathering either. Yes, there are resources, materials worth gathering on the mountain island, but I vary my inventory loadout based on what I'm doing. If I'm going out and gathering a bunch of materials, I will leave unnecessary stuff like the Sea Glide and the habitat builder, stuff like that at home. Let's see what's in here. Laser cutter fragment we don't need. So I'm not really kitted out for looting activities right now. We're already over at the mushroom forest biome. So we're not really on track to find the wreck that we encountered that first night on the way back from the mountain island. But let's just head back toward Now these debris fields, I believe we already checked out yesterday. I didn't notice, if we did check this out already, I didn't notice that you can actually get in here. So let's have a look. Don't know. No, there's nothing in here. Alright, and I feel like, yeah, we already checked these. There's a trash can, again, if you need a way to dispose of stuff. Veined nettle. Another encyclopedia entry for us to review at our leisure. Alright, well. "24 minutes, so we haven't even wasted half the time that it's going to be until the Sunbeam arrives. I think we've still got a little more time to go putting around. I would still like to find that other wreck, the one that we need a laser cutter to get into. Well, I'm going in completely the wrong direction. I'm heading toward the Aurora. I was heading toward the Aurora. Now I'm heading back in the direction we wanted to go. Hello, reefbacks. Just trying to follow my nose here as far as the line we were on when we first encountered that other wreck. Feels like we were right about this way. No, we're getting too close to the life pod now. Alright. The heck with this. Let us head out to the Sunbeam landing site. Because there is absolutely stuff for us to do out on that island as we wait for the Sunbeam to arrive. And pick us up and get us out of here. I mean, it's been a fun trip, but this was it. This was it. This was the wreck I was talking about. This is the one that we encountered that first night, the one that would require a laser cutter to get in. Alright, and we've got 22 minutes before the Sunbeam arrives, so let's take a quick look here. That's a bioreactor fragment. We don't need this. Gotta dump off some of that stuff. Some of the titanium I've been picking up from scanning all these things that we already have. Watch your eyes. Almost out of power on our laser cutter here, but I have a spare battery on me. PDA. Oh, Bart.
Integrating new PDA data.
The first entry from Bart. These are really good ones to read. In my opinion, that's probably the best storyline in the whole PDA entry saga. Mobile vehicle bay fragments we don't need. There's a way to get down here. We're about to run out of power. Oh, we didn't even have to cut through that door, did we? I'm going to replace my battery in just a second. Let's see who that was that just yelled at me. So we didn't have to cut through that door. There was another way in. Let's just make sure we got everything that we needed to get in here. Yep, that was it. This is a small wreck. There wasn't much in it. But we did get the entry that starts us along the Bart Torgal narrative part of the storyline, which is really, really interesting. You definitely want to read his entries and listen to his entries. Ooh, that kind of hurt. I'm going to pop a health pack here. That didn't work.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
There we go. And drink some of the water that we found. And, ooh, I have a decomposing peeper, which we probably don't want to eat because it's going bad. I'll drop that as soon as we stop. Alright, so we hit 2 wrecks. Now we're continuing out to the mountain island to the Sunbeam landing site. Running a little low on Seamoth power. We're gonna have enough to get us back to the landing pod. I don't think I have a spare on me, do I? No. But what we can do is just leave the Seamoth here, which I would like to do anyway, because let's turn the headlights off. Right-click to turn off the headlights. They will drain power. I would like to leave the Seamoth here away from that roaring that you hear. Nuclear reactor fragment. Great. Good. Need silver. More shale. Diamond. Ooh, Reginald's. The most nourishing prey fish in the game. More gold. Yeah, that roaring that you hear, that thing loves sea moths. I think it considers them chew toys. And I will not go into its territory in a Seamoth if there's any way around it. In this case, there is a way around it. We can just leave it on the outskirts of its territory and swim the rest of the way in. There's something. This is a time capsule. These are a new addition to the game. They're scattered throughout the game. They are filled with very useful stuff. Some people say game-breakingly useful. This time capsule gave me 5 ion power cells and an Aurora miniature model that will decorate our base at some point. 5 of the most powerful energy producing batteries in the game. I'm reserving judgment on whether those are a good idea or not. I will probably end up using them. Gonna eat these for 8 food and 10 water. Probably the most nourishing plant. Well, the marble melon is the most nourishing, but it doesn't give as much water as these. So from a balanced nutrition standpoint in terms of food and water, your bulbo tree is by far, I would say, in my opinion, the best plant in the game. I do not have my propulsion cannon to get rid of these guys, but if they get really annoying, I'll just kill them with the knife. So, what have we here? A massive alien structure. Look, a broken purple tablet. If we head around up here, we still got 15 minutes, which doesn't seem like a lot of time, but it's kind of a lifetime. Pick up that funky looking purple artifact. Not sure what it does yet, but I think we can find out really quickly. Now if we continue around up here, and then take a left and go up this little ramp. Ooh, look. Another purple tablet. Hey, maybe those will come in handy. Maybe we can find a use for those. Also up here, the best place in the game to practice your high dive. Huh? That was fun. Yes, roar, roar, roar. Well, there he is. Down there. You see him? Yeah, you know him. You love him. He's the Reaper Leviathan. And he wants to eat us for an amuse-bouche. A little appetizer. We're definitely not going to fill his tummy. But we would make a good snack. So we will stay very far away from him. If we can. And we certainly will not let him eat our Seamoth. More silver, good. Need silver. Now, yes, all right. Let me get back up to the shoot. I guess I got to go around. So you saw that as we approached the alien facility from the other side, there was a force field stretched across that initial doorway. You can use. Oh, did you hear that? Warper. Now we haven't seen one of these yet. These are the genetically engineered hunters of infected. And we want to make sure that he does not hit us with those globes of energy that he's shooting out. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is below us. Alright, we're down to 13 minutes. We are back up around to where we first came upon the alien facility. And our inventory is getting a little full, so we're swimming a bit slower now. Can actually do as I said I was going to do and drop off some of that titanium that we were picking up from the stuff we had already scanned. So, excuse me, titanium, stop messing with me. So, we could insert one of those purple tablets here and get into the facility. You don't actually have to waste a tablet on this entrance. There's another way in that does not require a tablet that will basically get you almost to the same spot. Not exactly the same spot, but there's nothing, as I recall, the last time I was in there, there was nothing in that first room that you... Do I still have the Sea Glide? Oh, I do. There was nothing in that first room that you can access with the tablet that you need to see. I think you can bypass that by going in this other way. The other way is a moon pool. An alien moon pool. Alright, now we don't want to get too involved in exploring this facility because we got to keep an eye on that countdown timer. But you see that the way, another way in here, oh, I took us the wrong direction. This is a portal, an alien arch. Scan it. Read the data download on that. But what I was trying to illustrate was that... Ooh, an alien rifle. What I was trying to illustrate was that the other way in is basically, I think, through there. I think we do need... Okay, so we do need to use a tablet at this point to get through here. Right? because this is going to let us get on that elevator, which will take us up. This is an elevator. All right, I'll go ahead and get on it. Woo. Woo.
Your best probability of interfacing with this facility is achieved by accessing the control room in the lower section.
Okay, we can do that. So we are in the upper section now. We are 9 minutes away from Sunbeam's arrival. Let's at least grab this data download while we're here.
Unknown language. Attempting translation.
It gave us, as a data download, an enforcement platform schematic that you can read. We won't go into that. There's an ion cube. That could come in handy. We'll see. All right, so you know what? I think we should not spend too much time in here. I think there's a
Analysis of the patterns on the walls cannot ascertain whether their purpose is aesthetic or functional. Further data required.
I think there's a danger of getting lost, not lost, but far enough away from the entrance, the way we came in, that we don't make it out in time to meet up with the Sunbeam. So let's just grab this last data download up here.
Unknown language. Attempting translation.
Alien data terminal, something that you can refer to in the PDA. So we'll grab that last data download there, and then head back out the way we just came in. If I can remember. Okay, yeah. See, this is what I'm worried about. It's easy to get a little bit turned around in here, and I don't want to risk getting so turned around that we miss the Sunbeam's arrival. So let's try to find our way out right now. This is the elevator. Well, this is pleasant. Why can't all elevators be like this? It's not so bad. Okay. Alright. Well, we don't have to... We've still got 5 minutes. We don't have to run out of here right now. Let's just poke our noses around this lower portion real quick. Let's see what we can find. We already scanned that alien rifle. Here's another ion cube. Thank you. I went ahead and scanned it. Alright, so this was where the alien arch was. I didn't go all the way through to the back side. Is there anything back here? No. Six minutes until the Sunbeam arrives. Oop. Hey, look at that. Another purple tablet for us. Doomsday device. That sounds nasty. Okay. So back the other way is a room that we're going to need a tablet to enter. go ahead and burn one of our tablets getting in there.
Scans indicate the facility's control room lies beyond this doorway.
Alright, let's do it. We got 5 minutes before the Sunbeam arrives. What have we here? It wants us to interact with it? Alright. Uh-oh. What the? Hello? Can I? Ah! Damn! That kind of stung.
The control panel is broadcasting a message. Translation reads, "Warning, infected individuals may not disable the weapon. This planet is under quarantine."
And I apparently am an infected individual. Let's scan this core real quick.
Translating background broadcast. Downloading summary to databank.
Data downloads. Alien facility locations. That seems like it would be an important one. Disease research facility, depth 800 meters. Thermal power facility, depth 1200 meters. Sanctuary A, Sanctuary B, off-site laboratory, primary containment facility. Alright. Definitely something that we want to read in more depth at some point. But right now, let's get back outside and try to flag down the Sunbeam. Two and a half minutes. That's what I want, just the light. Alright, a beautiful night here on the mountain island. Let's grab a couple more pieces of bulbo to stave off starvation as we wait for the Sunbeam to arrive. Check out that very attractive alien facility there. Does look nice. As we watch the countdown, let's just check out some of the stuff we've picked up. The ion cube, purple tablets. We got a mess of ion power cells from the time capsule. All right, 50 seconds. Should have brought a flare. Let them know that we're down here. In fact, we don't know if this pilot actually knows what he's doing. So why don't we back off a bit? Just pulling up my flashlight there so we can see. Ooh. Oh, let's not back off a bit. What's that? The gun, that thing is moving. That facility's moving. Uh-oh. that doesn't sound good.
Survivor, we see you.
Yeah, down here.
Man, I don't know how you held out down there.
I don't either.
Broken atmosphere, and we're descending towards the landing site.
Fantastic. That is great.
Is that a building down there? What do you mean you can't identify it? Hold on. No turning back now. Positions, everyone. Touching down in 10, 9.
Come get me, Sunbeam. Yay, we're going home.
It's coming from the building? Change course. Set thrusters to full.
Sunbeam! Oh no! The Sunbeam got blown up. Oh. Well, I guess we're staying here a bit longer, guys. That alien facility just blew up the Sunbeam. Wow. Well, that was upsetting. I think it may be worth... Oh, okay, using that other purple tablet actually...
Scans indicate this structure is composed of a metal alloy with unprecedented integrity. No match is found in database. Performing structural analysis.
All right. So... we entered the facility. It jammed a probe into our arms. Told us that we are infected and that infected creatures are not allowed to switch off the gun. That was the gun that we are not allowed to switch off. And I think that if we are going to have any hope of getting off this planet, we are going to need to find a way to disable that gun. Otherwise, any other ships that come here to rescue us, or any ships that try to leave the planet, are going to suffer the same fate. So that would make disabling that gun a priority. Right? Alright, I believe that we have actually seen everything there is to see in this facility now. So one thing left to do is to head back out here and back into those caves that we were in a few minutes ago and do a little exploration of those caves. You never know what you're going to find in there. Could be some very useful stuff. We're going to keep going past the way we went in the first time. If I turn right here and go down, it's just going to show us that there is another cave down there. We actually were in that cave already on day 3, I believe, when we came out here to get diamonds and lithium. But if we go up instead, that is the bridge on which we found, or that is the bridge right there on which we found that second purple tablet. And if we continue going up, that's as up as we want to go. Now, here's a branch, a fork in the road. Right continues going up, left goes down. If we go down, we will find so many shale outcroppings and so much lithium lining the walls that we will never have to worry, well, almost never have to worry about picking up lithium, or diamonds or gold, which are the other two things that you get out of shale outcrops. I'm not going to go down and loot this entire cave, but take my word for it. If you continue going down, you are going to load up on all sorts of valuable materials. But today, instead of going down at this fork in the road, we are going to go up. More lithium, more shale, and our inventory is full. Anything we're willing to give up here? Lead, I think we would give up for a chance at some lithium. But hello, look at this. What have we here? It's another one of these alien arches. And this one has some kind of activation panel here, console, that is asking us to insert an ion cube. Now we happen to have a bunch of ion cubes that we picked up on board. So whoa. Look at that. Where do you think that leads? Do you want to find out? You're going to have to wait till the next episode. Leave a like and subscribe if you're having fun. We'll find out what happens here next time. Stay safe, stay dry.